Choo-choo and posted on Lavelle.
Okay, here we go. So anyway, we're going to talk about where we are, you know, what to do, and then, you know, how are you going to get there? So Lisa Ulecki and Jana Hanson and myself, we've been chatting quite a bit about this team and about what can we do to help you guys. And, you know, Jason Camper came on last night and did an amazing call for us. He was on fire. And what he said was, make sure that you are fully active in what we're doing right now. Make sure your activity is producing each day. And and that there's something big coming at the end of February. Well, not only, I'm thinking these bonuses are already big enough, right? I'm like, good gracious, like this is crazy that this company is doing this. But if he says something even bigger is coming, I've been around only 2.5 years, but trust me, he means it. So whatever he says, just run and run hard. So where we are right now is, you know, we do have these major bonuses on the table. At a 4K, you can earn $2,000 all the way up to $100,000 at the 200K level. Let me tell you, I've seen enough that whatever you want, it can happen. I saw this team, I think it was, I don't even remember, it was something ridiculous in 48 hours one time. We are growing so fast. If you believe it, if you see it, it can be. And that's what I really want this takeaway to be for you guys tonight. Lisa Ulecki, she has been so amazing in her journey. She actually, she came on August of 2017, so a year after I did. Mm-hmm. Guys, she hit 80K in, was it 9 months, Lisa?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 months, y'all. I mean, like, and that is crazy. This woman works a full-time job. She's a grandma. She's got a lot going on, but she has made this happen. Jana Hanson, same thing. She hit 40K in June, and she is a full-time real estate broker. She's getting ready to start a different job that it's kind of one of the things she's been really wanting to do is get back to her alma mater and at Northwestern. And I mean, like, she's out in Missouri and she's got so much going on. She's got 2 young kids, super active, but she's made this business work. And I tell you all these things because it's possible. If you are willing to be consistent and to make the most of the time that you do have to put into this, I promise it will happen. So where we are right now is like, how in the world are we going to get to these bonuses, right? And that's really what I want us to focus on tonight is how can we help you get there? I think the easiest thing to do is, first, you guys are very familiar with your cloud office, I'm sure. You know, this is our mobile business. Lavelle sets us up with that free cloud office, and it is real-time information of anything going on in our business at any given time. So all you have to do is log in and to see. Now, there is a graphic in there that tells you your progress towards these bonuses. Have you guys checked those out? Have you seen the graphics? Are y'all familiar with that? Yeah. What I thought I'd do, let's get all fancy here for a second. I want to screen share just for a minute because I want to show you guys a couple of things. And Janet and Lacey, please y'all pitch in as you hear anything that you're thinking maybe I'm leaving out or needs clarification. Okay. All right. You guys should be able to see my desktop. This just, yes? Can y'all?
Yes.
Okay, good. This is my husband's business that I have pulled up here. And of course, this is the home page. And if you scroll down, this is a graphic that is in everybody's cloud office. And it says he's working on his 40K bonus. And he is only $1,790 toward that right now. That's what that first circle, and not everyone should have 3 circles. And that first one is volume, okay? And that's him and all of his promoters. Honestly, I haven't done much with this side of things. So this is where I'm personally going to be focusing, because this makes the most sense for me, right? I mean, it can be developed. So that second circle, that is new personal volume. So that would be any new customers and any new promoter volume that comes in that month. And as that circle starts filling up, that is one of the requirements. The third requirement is active legs. Now, I think at the 4K level, I think it's only 2 active legs. Do you guys know the answer to that? Those of you who are working on your 4K, has anybody looked to know?
It is.
Okay. And that's what I thought. I thought it was 2 active legs. So there's 3 requirements to meet this bonus. You have to get the volume in that month. You have to have that personal new volume in that month. And 2 of your promoters have to be qualified and active, okay? As long as those 3 things take place, you are going to maintain your qualification. So let's say, you hit it this month, and I know several of you are getting ready to, so I mean, that's already a given. But let's say you hit 4K this month. Next month, guess what? If you are building this with a team mindset of who can you help to do the same thing that you just did, then you're now working toward 12K. And that is very, very possible. So, basically, you just need to go for this. Keep running. And one of the things that Jana Hansen brought to my attention, is this clear here? Can I go ahead and stop sharing the screen? Is this good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. Okay. So one of the things that Jana brought to my attention was that, sometimes even though things seem clear to us, that have been doing this a while, it's not super clear. And so I want to focus just on 4K. Now, what you guys should see up here, I can't quite tell because I'm in a little square at the top, but what you should see is this is all of our planning. This is everybody who's come forward and said, I want this, I'm going after this. And this is going to be my kind of roadmap to help you get there. You're here, and I want to do what I can to help you, okay? Now, 4K. So let's say you're just coming in. We have those 2 bonuses for a reason, VIP 800 and VIP 1600. If you always think of VIP 800 mindset, you're going to be golden. So let's say you came in and you're trying to get 4,000 in volume. So you've got VIP 800 that you're going after. And that's 2 customers and 2 promoters, right? Mm-hmm. Now, that's already $800 in volume. That's what that 800 means. So you've already got 800 of your 4,000 that you need if you qualify at that level. Now, these 2 promoters, if they're true promoters, you want them to do the same thing as you just did, right? Mm-hmm. So that's actually going to be 2 legs there. 2 and 2, 2 and 2. So here's 2 more promoters. They're now at 800. They're now at 800. You're already 2,400 already. Yep. That's not even counting your customer orders. So do y'all see why that is so important? So if those customers, if all they had ordered was, $150, that is going to all play into this. Now, the big thing with this is if you've got 2 people that you're helping to go after those bonuses, then you're going to be that much closer to where you're trying to go. So you probably bought some product yourself, right? So 2,600. These people probably already bought product, so that's 4. This is probably 3,000 on the conservative side. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So, I would not get hung up on numbers, but what I would say is I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I had no idea. And I'm going to sit back down because I'm holding my laptop as I'm talking. I had no idea. I just knew I love people. I knew that people needed this. And I knew that if I just started sharing, it would just, I didn't even realize how it was going to take off. I just assumed it would because I felt so good, but I didn't even care. I was just telling everybody. And when that happened, I did hit those bonuses. But the cool thing is my team hit 4K in 21 days. And we hit 12K in 2.5 months. So it is possible. So I would tell you, don't get too hung up on the numbers. Just get hung up and super hungry and super passionate about sharing. Okay, Jana, Lisa, do y'all want to add anything before I move forward?
I did. I remember when I first signed up, I didn't know what I was doing either. And I started doing the samples, and that December I signed up like 10 in 1 week. And I remember you saying, Lisa, you've got to get some promoters. I was signing up all customers. So the main thing is, if you think about it this way, when you sign up promoters, they're going to know people that you don't know. So that's how it spreads like wildfire. So once I started getting the promoters, then it started going faster. If that makes sense.
It sure does. And your video's off. I want to see your pretty face.
Is it off? I don't know why. Oh gosh. Has it been off the whole time?
But we can hear you.
Why'd you see Buster?
But we just want to see you.
Well, I'll try and get back on. Buster must have done something.
Yeah, that's great advice. It does. You know what? It starts spreading, and it opens doors to people that you don't have access to right now. And I say that because this is all about duplication, right? We have to be willing to keep pushing into those areas that, you know, these are people we don't know about, and we've got to help them have the same vision that you do. Jana, did you want to add anything?
No, I was basically going to say it was kind of the same for me as what Lisa was saying. I remember you saying to me that I needed promoters going as well. So that was something that, you know, just being new to the business and naive, you don't realize, you know, where everything's coming from because, you know, it's coming at you so fast, the information. The other thing that, not to confuse things or anything like that, but as you're moving forward with some of this, the thing that started really helping me too was the point where Erin said, you know, I needed to start running some incentives and promotions for my team. And so I was really kind of scared of that at first because I didn't know if I was going to choose the right thing to run or if I was going to, you know, play it right. So, you know, come to us or, you know, whoever your upline is and we'll help you with that. But that makes a big difference too, is once your team starts seeing that you're doing your own promotions, you know, and then you want them to start following suit as they get established.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good.
Am
I'm playing. Can y'all tell I'm playing with my you know me well, don't you? Y'all smile. I'm getting ready to take a picture. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. Back on track. But yes, absolutely. All right. So what was that?
Am I on now?
You are on now, beautiful.
Okay. Oh.
I needed to see you.
Oh.
All right, let's see. All right, so how are we going to get there? All right, so we know what to do. We know we need to bring people in with us that see it the way that we do, that want to spread this information out. Don't be afraid to share the business side with people. I didn't necessarily shy away from that in the beginning, but that part I wasn't as super comfortable with. I was so excited about the product that the business side I wasn't real sure about. But I will tell you that my first 3 of them are right here with us. So you know, it just goes to show you that, you know, that when you set your sights on something and, you know, just go after it. So let's see. All right. So how
Sharon.
are we gonna get? Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I felt like when I first started, when I signed those 10 up that one week at Christmas, because Aaron said, now Lisa, December's slow. And I was like, okay. Well, in one week I signed those 10 up, and it was like from then on, I was like on it because I was so excited about it. Just like several that have been excited today, Connie, Sandra, Jen. I mean, because the more you get and the more confident you get, you're on a roll then.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And so before this Zoom started, a few of you got on here before it started, and we were chatting about samples. Guys, I don't know what is going on with samples right now, but it is crazy. Lisa Schnurbush, she's out in Nevada. Lisa, would you share what you saw just today with running that post about samples?
Nah, hold on.
You got it.
Did I get it?
You did, but now your video's gone.
Oh, dear. Hold on.
We are so fun.
No, it's
It says I'm done speaking. Anyways.
All right. That's all she's got to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's done speaking. That's all I got to say. No, so I just did the post today. If I sent you a Thrive sample pack, would you take it, correct, and give me your honest feedback? And I have like 8 people that replied to it, actually more than that. And I was just like, wow, holy cow.
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah,
Aaron, that's what 2 on my team done. No, 3.
yeah. Isn't Jenny? You did it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
yes. I
And
got
Connie?
within by the time I posted that post, this very same one, I had 13 people that I've got to send samples to.
I need a post.
Yeah. Well, let me say something. You guys, Jenny is in a tiny little town. Like, we keep talking about how, some of these areas have a lot of thrivers, but that just goes to show you there is still so much still left to do. So yay, Jenny, that's awesome. So the reason I'm asking you guys about this is because I've been doing different samples myself over the last week, and I wanted to give you guys some kind of hard numbers of what I've seen in the last week so that you can decide if this makes sense for you. So I've done 17 samples. 2 of them have turned into promoters. 3 of them are customers. 3 are getting ready to be promoters. 11 of them said they loved it. 1 said they didn't notice anything. 2 I haven't heard from. 3 of them don't even have the product yet because I've been sending it out at random times and stuff. So I don't want you going into this thinking that everybody's going to fall in love with a sample in the first 4 days. It's going to be really important that you set these people up for success. They are excited. They want what we have, but they don't need to go in with any false expectations. So what I have been doing is I actually have a sample video, a video that talks about what to expect out of your sample. And I've been putting them into a group message, or if it's just my personal, I just go ahead and do it. Okay. No, we don't. I've only got 10 minutes left, y'all, before this is going to get cut off because I got the free version. It's telling me I've got 10 minutes. Okay, so the sample. Oh, phooey, I lost my train of thought. Hang on a second. Oh, okay. So we want them to go in with the expectation that they're seeing the simplicity of our product, okay? We want them going in we just want them to see this is simple to take. Anything above and beyond is awesome. And that's what that video talks about. The other thing is to protect your investment. Make sure you are getting their email from them, and you go ahead and set up their account, because I'm finding that that's working better than asking them to do it because they're busy. So just do it for them. Then send them their link, send them their username. I always just do a generic password for everybody, and then I tell them just change it to what they want it to be. And then the other part of that is I've been having some of them go ahead and do a Facebook post and tag me in it. And I tell them exactly what to say. Something along the lines of, I am so excited. I cannot wait to get this goodness. I'm looking forward to losing inches and whatever. I forget what all I say, but they're doing it. So, the reason I'm doing that is because guess what's happened from there? I'll use this one example in particular. She did what I asked her to do. Within a few minutes, people were asking her, what is this you're doing? And so then she put them in a group message with me. And so then from there, I'm talking to these people while she's waiting on her sample. Guess what? Thank goodness she was a day one thriver. And she's loving it. She's only on day 2. I've been in 4 group messages already with people, just from that. So think past just giving them a sample. Think, what can you do as a return on your investment? Open up doors that maybe you wouldn't have access to otherwise, because maybe Ashley wouldn't have noticed a whole lot, but guess what? I'm tagged on that post. I see her friends and I see them asking questions. I can go back and talk to them if I have to. Do you see what I'm saying? Like don't, see them as a door to open the possibilities versus, they didn't like the sample and now that's over with. No, this opened up more doors. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Aaron,
Yeah.
I've got something to say. Aaron.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I learned something when I first started. I was giving samples out left and right. And I'd have people come back and say, well, I didn't feel nothing. Well, I got to the point, I said, I've got to stress 2 things to these people, because it was like over and over. I'd find out people were not drinking enough water, or they were still on their caffeine.
Right.
So when I give them a sample, so they can't come back to me and say it didn't work, I tell them, I send them a water chart and say, you need to be drinking this much water. And also I tell them caffeine, I don't tell them to stop, the first day, but remember the caffeine's going to affect, and wean off of it, the best you can.
Yeah.
Because if you say you've got to stop it, they freak out.
Yeah.
And I've had some to freak out, but I always stress those 2 things, because then they can't come back and say, well, it did work for me. So
Right.
that's just a hint.
That's wonderful. Thank you. And so I would also tell you guys that, set yourself up for success. These group messages are working fantastic. Go ahead and create a Facebook message group. All you do is you select the person you want in it, select one of your upline, and then from there we can start answering questions, because what I'm seeing is people don't want to get on the phone. They don't want to do those 3-way calls. And, all we want to do is educate. That's all we're trying to do. So I don't care how we do it. We just have got to get this information into their hands so that they can make a good decision. And if now's not their time, that's okay. But we still, that's our responsibility, is to get the information into their hands. Okay. And then, moving forward, seeing past where you are right now, going after those bonuses, yay, but it's all about getting this goodness into people's hands. But Jana, I want you to wrap us up. She really had a pretty interesting insight when we were talking earlier about seeing from here all the way through the end of April, and something very special that's happening the end of April.
Thanks, Erin. Yeah, so today when Erin and I were talking, I just said, a lot of times when people are coming into something like this, we're getting you started, or, you're coming into a time where you haven't seen one of these bonuses unfold before. And this bonus program it's very important, but there's also, at the end of April, we will be having our convention that is in Fort Worth this year. And I can't tell you the difference it made. When Erin first asked me to go, it was in Dallas that first year as well. And I thought, well, I don't know if I can do that. And she's like, I have room for you. Can you do it? And I thought, you know what? I can't really be in Missouri and feel part of this team if I don't go meet these girls face to face. I knew Erin, but I didn't know Lauren Egan. I didn't know Jennifer. I didn't know any of them. And I thought, I need to go see who these guys are, Paul and Jason, you know, see if they're the real deal. And I can't tell you the difference that made. And I know that it can be, you know, an expense out of pocket for some and that kind of thing. But I can't emphasize enough the experience that you have there and the knowledge that you gain, the enthusiasm that's there. And it's just, there's just something about when you're coming into a company, being able to go and see and fully put your hands to what these CEOs are about and get a feel for these people that you are putting their label, you know, with you and out there in these hands of people that you're coming across every day. And as a business person, I would highly suggest that you do that. It will blow your doors off, I guarantee. I couldn't believe it. And we went again last year to New Orleans. And so as you're evolving in this business, I would really encourage you to set your sights on that.
And Lenny Kravitz was there last year, did a concert just for us.
Yes.
That was my first. That was my first trip.
Everything that Lavelle is doing for us is to help us grow and to build momentum. So as you walk away tonight, guys, if you have not created a vision board for 2019, I highly encourage you to do it. Mine is sitting right here because I look at this all the time. When I'm on my computer, when I'm working, when I'm on the phone, I'm looking at my board and I'm keeping my sight set on where I'm trying to take us.
We're doing it Sunday.
What was that?
We're doing it Sunday.
Woo-woo! Yay! Awesome. All right. Does anybody have any questions? And would you like to do another Zoom meeting like this in the near future?
Yes, tomorrow night.
Yes, but not tomorrow night.
Hey, Jenny, I want to tell my team, y'all tried to please go. We've got a room in Texas that we can split. So, I mean, it's well worth it. So, get with me or Jenny. Jenny's booked a room. I'm going to tell you, it'll blow your socks off. Last year was my first one.
The one I booked is a 2-bedroom, like a little efficiency apartment. And so there's 2 bedrooms, 1 king bed and 1 queen bed, plus a pull-out couch. So there's room for 2, 4, probably 6 people. And right now it's just me and Lisa.
And the airline tickets are cheaper now. So we're going to have to put a date on it. If you want to go, we're going to have to set a date when you need to reply. Because we've got to order our tickets because they start getting higher. Right, Jana?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jana's
But yeah, you're going to hear more about Thrivepalooza and us talking more about that. Right now, guys, just do what you can on a daily basis, and that is be consistent, period. Just, make sure that your daily activities are happening. And I've got so much momentum built up, and this team has got so much momentum built up. We're getting ready to kick it into high gear. By the way, I went back and looked at numbers. This time last year, we've already doubled volume of what we did this time last year.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and we're just getting this only the 10th of January. So can you imagine what this year is going to look like for you guys?
We ain't even scratched the surface yet.
Baby, we ain't even scratched the surface.
Amen. Amen.
All right, guys. Y'all go have a great night. Thank you for attending, and I'd love some feedback.
Thank you, Erin.
Thanks.
And
Bye,
Lisa
y'all.
and Jana.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night,
Thank you.
guys.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.